Good afternoon, Phillies and Genitals, ladies and gentlemen. This is PMV Today host Skydash, and you've tuned in to PMV Today's Spotlight podcast. Tonight, I'm going to be talking to a talented but somewhat underappreciated PMV and MLP video specialist, Limey Pie, otherwise known as Spyro the Dragon 1267. Now, Limey, why don't you go ahead and tell us a bit about your various names so we don't get confused here?
Okay. Well, first off, to start off, when I made my account back in 2009, it was just Spyro the Dragon 1267, and there's a backstory to that. Back when I made the account in 2009, I was like about 13, 14 years old back then, I think. I made my name Spyro the Dragon because I was excited for the new Spyro game. I was like, yeah!
Which one was that?
I think it was like a year after Dawn the Dragon came out. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make an account based off that game because I love it so much. And I like dragons and all that, so, you know, that's why I made my account named that.
That's
and
cool.
then, about Limey Pie. Now, that's my OC name. I just don't really use my OC on my YouTube. Because I can't really find a good OC maker. I'm not really that good of a drawer to draw an OC. And I don't even have a printer to scan it, so, I can't really do that. Now, the reason I chose Limey Pie, I know the pie isn't really that original because of Pinkie Pie, but
Right. No relation, though, right?
yeah, no relation. Well, actually, kind of, but I can explain why.
Okay.
Now, the reason I chose Limey Pie is because Limey is because I like anything that's lime pie, like coconut pie, like key lime pie, and the last name is Pie, because all my friends say I'm really hyper like Pinkie Pie once you get to know me.
Ah. All right. That sounds like a pretty good name for an OC about yourself.
I guess so. I mean, I wouldn't consider it the final name. I'm thinking of maybe changing the last name.
Okay. Well, where are you calling from, Limey Pie?
I'm calling from the ghetto state, New Jersey.
That's strange. We seem to have a lot of bronies in New Jersey.
Really? I haven't seen any. I'm like the only one in my neighborhood.
Oh. Well, I know a couple. But have you ever met any other bronies or gone to any cons with bronies?
I have not, but I actually want to, but it's, having to prepare for all that, I really haven't got the time to do that, but I want to go.
Yeah, I do too. Well, for all of our audience members out there who don't already know us, tell us a bit about what you do in the fandom.
Well, you mean PMV related or just anything?
Just all the stuff you do.
Okay, well, I do make PMVs. I mean, I don't make them often because I'm busy with other things in my life. That's why I only have about 8 or 10 on my channel.
Right.
But what else I do is on my channel I upload I have a variety of videos. Like I don't just stick to one topic, because what I know is the more variety of videos you have on your channel, the more viewers you get, because people search up for all different things every day.
That's true.
So I do that for the fandom. Like sometimes I'll upload some video games and stuff like that. I just do it for entertainment. I make no profit out of my YouTube channel. I just do it because it's a hobby of mine.
Well, that's good. I mean, that also brings up the point. Do you do your videos to entertain people or to make people laugh or to be a part of the fandom or what?
I would say all three.
That's good. But not for the fame, right? Or for the money.
Nah, I don't really care for the money or the fame. Maybe fame a little bit, but, I'm not that popular on YouTube compared to other people. But I guess you could say I'm decently popular at my current state.
Yeah, certainly. I think you've got about 1,100 subscribers now. That's a pretty good amount.
Over that, about 28 more after that, 1,128.
Well, thanks for exact numbers. How did you get into the MLP fandom, since we're delving into this?
Okay, this is a long story. Well, actually, I can shorten it, but it started back in I think 2010 when the Friendship is Magic first aired, and I used to play this game called Second Life. Have you heard of that?
No, I don't think so.
Well, Second Life is a game where you can basically, in one sentence, you can be anything and do anything. And let me tell you, it's like the 4chan in 3D. If you go to certain sims, you'll know what I mean. But
oh boy,
some some person on there when I was walking around in the game. He's like, "Do you want to be a pony avatar?" I'm like, "Well, I don't want to be a horse." And then I go with him, and he's like, "Okay, here, you take the pony avatar, and you click replace outfit and all that." Now I'm thinking it's gonna be like I'm thinking it's gonna look like a real horse, like one in reality. And I'm like, "What the hell is this thing?" Right when
Yeah.
I put it on, I'm like,
When it
"This isn't
turned.
the horse." And then after that, after that, I was like, "This is gay." And then I never wore it again. But then about 2 3 years later, it was like in I would say late 2013 to mid 2014 is when I actually got into it. Now, what I just told you is how it started for me. I didn't get into it then because I didn't know what it was, but that's how it started, which was
Right.
in 2010 when the fandom was first scanned around everywhere.
Yeah.
And then, I don't remember how I got into watching the show, but what I do know is, I think I was on my Xbox on Netflix and I saw it as a recommended show and stuff like that. And I was like, might as well check it out. I have nothing better to do. Because I was bored. And I was like, this is pretty good. The animation's excellent. The voiceover is excellent. I'm like, yeah, I can listen to this. And then that's how I got into it, basically. I mean, I just picked it up off Netflix, I think you could say. But the
Mm.
main reason is because of how I was introduced to it in 2010. I didn't really give it a chance till about 2 or 3 years later.
Yeah. I think a bunch of bronies follow somewhat of a similar story. But what you said a bunch of things brought you into MLP, like the animation, the voice acting. So I also hear that you do voice acting as well as the PMVs being part of the animation part.
Oh,
Um,
yes, yes.
Tell us about your voice acting career.
All right. Well, I've been doing voiceover for a year, so I'm still fairly new, but I've gotten a few roles already. Now, well, they aren't paying roles, but they are for big YouTubers and stuff like that.
Oh
I
wow.
don't know if I'm allowed to tell one person, but what I was told is that Ed Plus.
No, I do not.
I'll just type it right here real quick. If you search his name on YouTube,
Ed
um,
plus 777. All right.
yeah, I may have a role for one of his characters, but you'll have to watch and see for his newest video. And then there's this website called BehindTheVoiceActors.com where if you want to do a project for fun or if you're new to the industry, it's a good place to start. At least it's my opinion. I got another role for a My Little Pony fan fiction to voice a character based off someone's story, about a fan fiction.
Yeah, yeah.
I was given confirmation that I'm allowed to tell this character and everything. His name is Slicer, and he's like, "Hello, my name is Slicer. I'm going to get you," like that. I could do like many different noises and voices. I could do a few of them for you if you want. It might make you laugh though. I must be warned.
Well, we're all up for it. Go
Okay,
ahead.
you ready?
Sure.
Okay, tell me what you think this is.
I don't know, but that was quite hilarious.
You can think of that as a duck on steroids. Okay, now this is my gorilla.
Wow. Wow, you're pretty good, man. Very
Yeah,
good.
now, voiceover isn't just doing the noises, but, it's fun to do that stuff. It's mainly how you can act out your character.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
So
just
you're
learned.
definitely having fun with it then
Oh, yeah,
as you go
definitely.
along.
You can tell.
Yeah, really.
And I could do a few other noises and voices. I don't know if I can remember them. Oh, I can do a few impersonations like Arnold Schwarzenegger. LOL, get to the chopper. LOL! Stuff like that.
Right. Well, let's swing it back to MLP here for a second. What's your favorite character or thing about MLP?
I don't know. I never really thought of that.
You haven't thought about your main six favorite?
Oh, my sixth favorite? I think I range from two of them.
Okay.
One of my first favorite is Pinkie Pie because a lot of people tell me I'm hyper and act crazy. I can woo. And then my
Right.
second favorite is Rainbow Dash because I always wanted to fly and I like her personality.
Hmm. I see those two are coupled together in a bunch of bronies who choose their favorites.
I guess so.
Do you own any pony merch?
I have a bit, but I'm not like a hardcore collector.
Right.
I have just a few little statues and stuff. And when I went to my beach house in Avalon, New Jersey, you know Avalon and Cape May, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, when I was in Cape May, I went to this Christmas shop and they had a Pinkie Pie ornament. I was like, oh, I must get it. And I got it. For the Christmas tree.
Yeah, that's honest. That's awesome. Because I hear a lot of people have merch of their favorite ponies.
Yeah.
And,
My second pony that's not a main character, it's a background pony, it's probably Vinyl Scratch.
she's a popular one.
Yeah.
What do you like about her?
What I like about her is the way she perceives herself, like in the show, or like in the fan animations. Like, have you seen that one where Derpy didn't get the muffin she wanted, and Vaughn's like, "Boo, more lasers," like that. Have you seen that one?
Yes, I have.
Like, she'll just directly point it out that what she wants. She doesn't care what you guys think. She wants what she wants.
I see. Well, that's a pretty good reason to choose Vinyl Scratch.
Yeah.
Let's talk a bit more about your PMV side.
Okay.
We've already said you want to entertain and make people laugh, and you do a very good job of that with your videos, I'll say. What's the creative process that you go through to make your PMVs?
Well, when I make a PMV, I make sure, I don't just make it to make it look cool, but I make sure it explains the story. Some people don't really get that. A few people. And then, before I do that, I choose a song that I think is good for a PMV. Now, see, I don't know that many songs nowadays because I'm older. I don't listen to that much music, but back when I was a kid, when I played the GameCube and everything, I know all the music from that stuff. So, if you watched a few of my PMVs, some of them are from Nintendo GameCube games from like the 2004 Paper Mario and all that. and I don't get copyright strikes because I put credit Nintendo and all that. But when I make a PMV, sometimes it's out of my heart from my childhood of the music I use, and also because I want to make sure it explains the story.
Yeah. Tell us about your home PMV, I think it was. That seemed to be a really deep storytelling moment.
Oh, you remember that one?
Yes, I do.
I actually had to remove that from YouTube because it said that the video was blocked in some countries and it got blocked worldwide. So I was like, there's no point of it being on the site if no one can really view it, so I had to remove it. It was because of the song, but it was still pretty good, but I actually lost it because my computer had to completely restart itself and I lost everything.
Oh, that's no good. Well, what was the story behind that PMV?
You mean the home PMV?
Yeah.
The story behind that was...
I feel like there was one, definitely, and it showed throughout the entire time, so... you know the Hunger Games, right? Yes.
Yeah, I saw the first movie. I didn't see the second or third one, and I'm not that much big of a reader. Though I did read the Daring Do Adventure collection, but that's about it. But the home PMV, it was mainly focused on Daring Do and Aoizotto. The story behind that is, about the PMV is that, like how Daring Do was trying to survive in the wild and Aoizotto was the villain. It's the casual Indiana Jones reference.
Right.
I guess you could say. And the whole story behind it was that she keeps getting hurt in each clip, or she keeps getting trapped, but she never gave up. That's why she succeeded. I don't tell my viewers the story because I want them to figure it out so that they can let their imaginations go. And, some of them type a comment or two, but, I'll ask, what do you think the story is behind this PMV? And I'll get a comment or two about it. Not that often. People don't really care to explain the story. They just want to watch it, It's YouTube. That's what videos are about.
Yeah. I don't know. I really like PMVers who do that with their videos, not just for entertaining purposes, but also hide a deeper theme beneath it. I really like that.
Yup.
We also definitely see that there's a lot of effects in your videos. A ton of effects.
I tend to go crazy.
Yeah. Is there any particular reason why?
To be honest, I really don't know. I mean, I just put effects because I think I can make the video look funny and cool like that.
Uh,
But
okay.
also, it makes the video more interesting and keeps the, I guess you could say, keeps the person watching wanting to stay on that video. Like, ooh, what's gonna happen next? Because they don't know what effect's gonna pop up next. It could be some crazy lunatic or something. I don't know.
Definitely. And for those of you who have not seen Limey Pie's work yet, you should totally check it out on his channel. And seizure warning, though, there are a couple of flashing lights,
Seizure warning.
etc. So that definitely establishes a form of uniqueness in your work, along with your storytelling. Do you make any other specific points to make your videos stand out from the rest?
Yeah, the type of music I use.
Mm.
You know how I told you it's music from my childhood, what I remember when I played as a kid. I'm still a kid, but when I was like 5 or 4. I remember getting up in the morning, like at 5 and 1, playing the GameCube. And all that.
Yeah.
Like, I would play Paper Mario on my GameCube, The Thousand Year Door, whatever. And I would sneak downstairs, and I just wanted to hear the music. Like, I would just turn the GameCube on just to hear the title screen music, not even to play it. Mom walks over, Andrew, go back to sleep. And then I'm like, oh crap. But see, I remember my music from my childhood because of those memories I have. And so I use those memories with the music I remember to make most of my PMVs.
Wow, that must make your videos like really connect to you, don't they?
I guess you could say that. No, yeah, they don't get that many views, but they get a decent amount of views for the PMVs.
Yeah, definitely. Are there any difficulties you've encountered when making your videos or when streaming or whatever, voice acting?
Actually, yes. I'll stop the videos and I'll go on the voiceover.
Okay.
The most recent one I submitted called Giddy Up. You saw that one, right?
Yes, I did.
That one had problems rendering, which was about 2 weeks ago. I rendered it like 2 times in a row. I'm like, what the hell is going on? It always stopped at 77%. And then I realized that one of the transitions, the program Vegas Pro couldn't handle rendering that transition, so I had to cut that one out. And then it rendered the video. I don't know why. I don't know why it was that one transition, but whatever.
Well, it's always annoying when your project decides to crash when you're rendering and you don't know the problem. Well,
Yeah.
It got out and it looked pretty good, so I'm happy that it did and happy that you worked through that. What's the hardest project that you've worked on, though?
And PMV related or anything else?
Yeah, let's stick with PMV related.
Well, I don't make PMVs often because, I'm busy with voiceover and everything, so I don't really get to make them that often, but when I do, the most difficult part for me is finding the music for the project. Because, like, I only really know music from my childhood, and I know a few music nowadays, not that much, but...
Yeah.
So, like, I can't remember everything that was, like, 10 years ago, 10 to 14 years ago. So I really have to search deep on YouTube and get the music for it. Like, sometimes I won't, or even sometimes, like, the Giddy Up song. I was just watching videos on YouTube, and oh, excuse me. Okay, anyway, I don't know why that happened, but...
That's all right.
Wait, what was I saying? I forgot.
You were talking about hard projects you've worked on.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now, when I, sometimes, like, when I'm just browsing YouTube and I find a song I like, I'll just use that. Like, the Giddy Up PMV, I found that, through looking at some My Little Pony videos, like, it said it was a My Little Pony ad or something like that. That song, it was used as an ad-on for the Hub Network. I don't know. I didn't see it on TV, but I think it could have been. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, if it was, hey, if it says it should have been.
All right. So finding music has made it really hard to do that since you've had a limited collection from just those Nintendo songs.
Well, I don't just use Nintendo. I really use anything that I like and anything that I think I can mess around with. Nintendo is probably about 45% of it, and the others are about that part.
All right. So as a closing question, what do you think you'll plan to do with your channel in the future? Do you think you'll still go on entertaining and streaming games and occasionally PMV? Or is there anything you're looking to turn to?
Well, I'm hoping to get my channel like big, like because it is, I guess you could say big now, kind of, but it's not that big.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get at least like a good amount of subscribers and views and all that. Like I don't really care for profits, so it's just for entertainment. I just do it because it's a hobby of mine to upload videos and all that.
All right. So just continue hobbying and see what comes out of it. All right. If we have any questions from our live audience right now, we'll take them. Otherwise, it's just about time to close this show off. Any last words you want to say?
Chicken.
Very nice. Very inspirational, too.
Yes. And
All right.
I could say one quick sentence for anyone that wants to get into voiceover if anyone's listening.
Yeah.
If they want to hear it. Now, if you want to get into voiceover, the number one thing is you have to be determined. Don't give up. It can take long, about 5 to 10 years, depending on what role you get. But the more you try, the more you succeed, the more you get to roles. The main point about voiceover is you must not give up. You have to be very determined.
All right. I definitely feel that, and I feel that in a lot of different art forms.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is PMV Today host Skydash signing off with our guest Limey Pie.
Bye-bye!
Adios.